Every GTT is different, and I never know what's going to happen. Let me start out by just saying I don't think anymore, which is probably better than what I used to do, which is try and think. So we're just going to start out. There's a bunch of physical patterns. There's emotional, financial patterns. There's always a mix, and that's kind of what we have here. So physical, emotional, mental. Let's start with the mental aspects first. So there's financial, mental, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 patterns with that. Now, if you happen to be watching me on YouTube or someplace else later, because we post a little bit of these, then just if you have 80 financial patterns, let's hope not, right, or M80 financial patterns, explosive finances, we don't want that either. Okay, so physical, emotional, mental. So we're working in the mental quadrant. So one of the first things we want to do in any condition is change our conditioning around our perceptions and beliefs. No belief is useful, ideally, but beliefs that are limiting are less useful than beliefs that appear not to be. I would say probably from my experience, which I'm building experience through this life, there isn't any belief that actually is true, so therefore all beliefs are useful within the framework that they occur within, as long as they are doing what it is that you want them to do. So we're going to go into these belief patterns, frequency 1, frequency 2, and we're going to bring a grid of energy into our beliefs. And what we're going to do in this case, because we don't even know sometimes what's our beliefs and what's not our beliefs, we're going to lower a Faraday cage, more or less, around us here, so that each one of us all together, one is all, one together, are isolated from the frequencies of the world, even for a few minutes. So if we do that, now already it gets a little easier to sort through things, because the disease patterns, the financial patterns, the emotional patterns that are part of the world, it's difficult sometimes to tell what's yours and what isn't yours, because when these patterns get very, very large, we can feel as if our problems are perhaps sometimes bigger than they appear to be to us. And so what we want to do, we're going to seed into our own beings and our own bodies. One of the things that really helps being clairvoyant, helps healing work, helps everything, is getting back in your body. Now, there's also the belief that our bodies are who we are, and we're not going to debate that, but I would say they tend to be who we identify with, but it is not who we are. So now we're opening this field and expanding it, and we would like healing miracles to flow like Niagara Falls. And so we want to ask the angels, the virtual reality constructs of our own perceptual fields and references, to come in. Elementals, healing masters, thought forms, matrix stuff, non-matrix stuff, stuff, Superman, Batman, the Flash, whatever is useful, to come into our fields and amplify our construct so that we can go beyond the limitations of what we think we are. And we can reach more, stretching just a little, reach more for what we might be if we let go of some of our beliefs. We want to let go of beliefs of being helpless, of being victims, of always being in pain, of always suffering, of always having problems. All of these things are ultimately unreal. Now, it's not to say we don't experience them. We can certainly experience them. But an experience is not reality. It is merely our perceptual filters of what's going on. I think I was reading somewhere, it might have been a David Icke book, I believe it was, that we process around, now scientists are saying, 40 bits of information a second out of a possible 11 million that we could process if we didn't shut out and shut down our filters. So right within that 11 million bits of information per second, that's where the idea is that healing could occur in the blink of an eye. And what we call healing, again, is, again, a reference for our beliefs, our thought forms, the way we've constructed our reality. If your thinking were to change around a pattern in the next moment forever, that would be a miracle.